That midnight train spilled her blood at the crossroads when the bells didn't ring. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. My love was married to him, that bootlegging man. He loved whiskey and he loved her. She was bound to leave him, Lord, she was for Birmingham. We were lovers and the town knew it well. We thought no one would tell. The night she was leaving, he heard about me. She died because they told him. He silenced the bells. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. I hear them bells at the crossroads where the beggar boy's buried in the valley, where the same train took the love of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy, the bootlegger's wife.
Hey everyone, what's up? How y'all doing? It is a good morning here. I gotta confess, I slept in a little bit. I mean, that's still no reason why I should be so late, but here I am now. Yeah, my schedule worked out, so I didn't have any lessons this morning, which is strange. It's not normally how things go down. Just a nice little surprise for me, I guess. Hey Greg, hey Pete, hey Gary. Glad you're all here today. I recognize those names. Especially Gary. Gary, you're the MVP of commenters. Oh, man. Yeah, gang, I hope we can find something good to do. Something to transcribe. I know there's a lot out there that I haven't done yet, so we'll find something for today. Before we do that, though, let's hang out. Get in the chat. Tell me how your day's going. Tell you where you're tuning in from. All that good stuff. I want to hear it, man. I got to start my day off right. It's all the good news from you guys. I drink my coffee. I get hydrated. Drink your water. Hey, Jacob. Glad you're tuning in from Georgia. Man, I feel like I got a lot of students in Georgia right now. A handful of people that are just in the Atlanta area that all take lessons from me. Maybe Atlanta is a hop and bluegrass scene, and I should go down there. I don't know. Pecos Nick, looking forward to today's stream. Yeah, man, I'm glad you are, Dom. I see you saying howdy. Yeah. I I see you all. Chris, Myrtle Beach. Happy to have you here. Austin, Texas. Waterloo Fishing. I see you too. Happy to have you here. Oakland, California. Yeah, we got people from all over the country now. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Music scene is exploding here. All right, so Georgia is the place to be. Everyone, let's all move out to the ATL. Let's move on down to the Big Peach. You might think it's about the Big Apple. It's about the Big Peach. Let's go to Atlanta. All right. All right. Yeah, that's funny, man. I know a handful of bands that used to tour through Atlanta, and I've heard some funny stories about them. But we won't get into that. We won't tell those stories on stream. Chris used to live in Raleigh a long time ago. Yeah, Raleigh is an okay bluegrass scene. There's definitely kind of the your A tier guys, and then a bunch of like bluegrass fans. And every year for IBMA, like a bunch of pros come in, and it's super fun. You're the only one in England? Man, we normally get a couple people from across the pond. You might be the only one right now. We'll fix that. Athens is the place, is what you heard. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Every once in a while, these little pockets just pick up, and it's like, whoa, how are you the place for bluegrass? Portland, Maine is another one. I didn't know that for a long time. That Portland, Maine was like a bluegrass hotspot. And I started hanging out with some of the Berkeley kids, people that went to Berkeley. And it feels like all of them keep mentioning Portland, Maine. It's a funny thing. Gary says, hello, Sushi Cat. Sushi Cat ain't in here, but I'll tell him you said so. Sushi Cat can't interrupt. He can't bust down the door anymore because in this new house, the doors actually close. Previously, he could just bust in whenever he wanted to, but not anymore, man. Now he's stuck outside for sure. Yeah. Anyway, we just moved out of Raleigh a little bit. We're north of Raleigh technically now. Do I know any of the guys from Sound Pure in Durham? I can't say I do, unless I've forgotten what that is. Yeah, since I moved, Sushi Cat's kind of protecting the rest of the house. That's about right. Let's find out what this other thing is. Oh, this it's a music store. No, I don't think I know any of these guys, which is kind of interesting. I've never been down there, although admittedly I haven't spent a ton of time in Durham. But no, I don't know those guys. Hey, what's up? Bristol, UK. See, I told you we get a couple people from across the pond. Good to have you here, Kevin. Howdy from Denver? Yeah. Oh, man. It's a good time to get warm. Yeah, happy to have you all here, though. It is a good little jam we're having right now. You know, that's one thing that break out the Telecaster. Ooh, I wonder if I can do that on stream. Let's have an experiment. Just because someone said that. Avery, I see you. Someone said break out the Telecaster. I don't know if I have all this sound routed correctly. But we might as well try. What's going on? Hey, hey. Yeah. We got some telly. I don't know if that sounds terrible or not, but I hope it sounds good. I'm not much of a telly player, as you might be able to tell. Oh. Ah, God. Yeah, it's a tough thing to switch. You can tell, like, I really want to overbend, and sometimes the strings are so, thin that I overpick. I want to play a fast line, and my pick just like smashes through all these strings. So some of this stuff, I feel like when I switch to telly, like, it slows me down. I'm so not used to just being able to, like, easily pick through that string. Yeah, I only know the most basic of telly licks. I wish I was a better telly player. I don't know what I'm doing. Avery says, I am looking for a telly after many years, and that is what scares me about getting one. Ah, I hear ya. I had a hard time when I was looking for this guitar. And really what I was looking for, is a telly for this gig that I thought I was going to get. I ended up not getting the gig. So I bought this guitar just for me, I guess. But I tried out a bunch of old tellies, and I was willing to drop some coin, to get a fancy guitar. And I didn't like a lot of them. They were really heavy, or they were kind of difficult to play, or they needed work or whatever. So I ended up just getting one of the newer models. So I don't even remember what they called this, but it was one of the fancier ones at the time. It might have been the most expensive one that the chap had, and I liked all the doohickeys in it. But it's got the belly cut, and it's got the that little, like, boost switch to run the pickups and, like, parallel, I guess they call it. But yeah, it's a great guitar. I'm so glad that I got it, but it's a tough switch for me to make. I really have no idea what I'm doing on the telly. I just have fun. Yeah, totally. We can dial it in, man. We'll turn down that overdrive. Chris says, what type of pick am I using? Well, sacrilegiously, I'm using a blue chip right now on this telly. That's because I don't have anything else around. But I have a handful of picks that I like to use that I just keep handy here. Some of them are, I have a blue chip TAD 50 and a blue chip TAD 60, which I used to be exclusively a TAD 50 guy, but I've accepted that the TAD 60 is good as well. I have a handful tortoise picks that have been made from reclaimed shell from different sources. I guess I won't out anyone as having made these, but yeah, none of these are illegal shell or anything like that. So they're all pieces of shell that have been reclaimed from mirrors and stuff like that. Honestly, they don't sound that great. I'm not as impressed by them as I thought I would be. There's one or two that I really like the sound of, but other than that, there's a lot of bummers out there. Not worth it. I used to play casein picks. Last time someone asked me on stream about casein picks, I pulled one out and I snapped it almost immediately. So, not a good representation. Let's turn down this overdrive. You're in trouble. My girlfriend's gonna come knock on the door. Don't write stuff. Are the blue chips all that? In my opinion, the blue chips are all that. I do love them. Yeah, blue chip baby. I think they're great. I normally wouldn't play them on an electric guitar. You don't really need that. But I love the blue chips, man. On an acoustic guitar, great choice. Cool stuff. Yeah, I guess we could do some more telly content on the channel. I've never really thought about it, but it would be fun to do some of that. Dom's getting in here with the advice. Chris, I started using a blue chip TP48. I can't tell if there are better alternatives because I haven't used a single other pick since getting this one. That's funny, man. That is funny. It's true, though. The blue chips are really, really powerful. They're really, really cool picks. I think it would, Avery. I think I should switch to a higher gauge. And I actually did. There's been a handful of times that I've switched, but I've never gone all the way to like a heavy or something like that, which I probably should. I obviously haven't put a lot of thought in it because I don't play that much telly. But yeah, if I if I wanted to take it seriously, I probably should move up to a heavy gauge so the bends feel right and all that other stuff. Because right now it's just a mess, man. Yeah, Richard. See, we could do more telly content, but I'd have to learn how to play it. I'm gonna be like your math teacher, who's also the PE coach, who's like, you know, reading one chapter ahead in the book and like trying to teach the lesson. Yeah, that's it. If you guys have been around for a while, there was another another project that we did called Jazz and Grass that was on Instagram, where we used to post a new guitar like every single day. And it was me and a guy named Lyman. And Lyman would post jazz licks and I would post bluegrass licks. And one month I decided that I wanted to do all country licks. So I pulled out the telly and I was going to do a bunch of country guitar licks. And it took me much longer to do the country licks than it did to do the bluegrass licks that I normally did. So I wasn't used to it, right? I wasn't used to playing all these licks. And I will never forget the most difficult one I had to learn. It's this double bend. If you have an electric guitar at home, I want you to try this because I find it impossible. So you go up to the 14th fret You're playing 14th fret on your high E string and on your G string, so these notes. And you're going to bend the high E string up a half step. Right, so it feels like it's going from 7 to root. And then on your G string, 14th fret on the G string, you're bending that up a whole step. So as if you're going up to like 16th fret, which is like the second going to the third. Oh God, it's so hard. But you're controlling 2 different intervals of bend. So one's a half step, one's a whole step. And it's impossible to get in tune. Anyway, I really wanted to get this on the Jazz and Grass Instagram page, and I probably sat there for like an entire day trying to get, because I had to play it 2 times in a row for the Instagram video, so I couldn't just do it once correctly. I had to do it twice in tune, you know, 1 take, and then we get posted on Instagram. It took me so long, man. It is my most hated Jazz and Grass lick that I ever recorded. So difficult. Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed my lesson on Ebenezer Scrooge. If I remember how to play it, I play it for you on the telly. I can't say I do. I remember that there was like a really difficult part. I remember the part I had to practice. Which is actually quite a bit more of the piece. I'm just being a braggart, a joke. Yeah, exactly. For those of us that are barely human out there, Richard, how are we supposed to do that in Possible Bend? Avery, teach me how to do this bend. Whoever knows. How I'm doing it is I'm doing it with my middle finger and my ring finger, respectively, on those 2 strings. And I was using my index finger just behind on the G string as like help. God. It's just really good control that's difficult. It's not pushing the string up that's difficult. It's just making sure that both of them are correctly in tune and trying to manage those on either side. So difficult. How you doing, Marcel? Can you ever try to transcribe Marcus King, Lonesome Fugitive? Oh, like the other guitar part? Yeah. We could do that. Because we did Billy's, the Lonesome Fugitive. The one I always mix it up with is Summertime, because in that same session, they also did Summertime. So sometimes when people ask for it, I'm understandably confused. The arpeggio, yes, definitely. If someone can do that perfectly 2 times in a row, you can just nail that. Send me a video on Instagram. Oh, the volume pot swell on top. I definitely cannot do that. No way. This is not gonna happen. That would be a fun bonus challenge, but yikes. Not gonna happen. Oh God. It's so difficult. It's so difficult, really. If someone can play that lick, I want to hear you play it. Because I can't play it. Yeah, we should do a video on like basic telly licks. If you're looking for something like that right now, just because we're talking Telecaster right now, you should go to my website, and there is an article called something like 10 Telecaster licks you need to know. And that will be a good starting point, even though it's not necessarily a video. It does show all of the Instagram posts that I'm talking about. So we'll get you started. And here, let me just paste that in the chat. Actually, you all got me inspired here. Yeah, you all got me inspired here. Let me show you this real quick. So here's the article. That's 10 must know, Telecaster licks. And one of these is the evil lick. One of them is it. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is, right here at the end of this one. Yikes. Oh, and the second time, maybe it's like this much sharp. Maybe it's just barely out of tune. But guys, I wish you could have been there. I wish you could have been there when I recorded that, and like I nailed it the first time, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's it. That's the time." And then I had to play it the second time, and I'm like, "Oh no!" Like suddenly, my whole body is covered with sweat, and I'm like, can I play this the second time? God. Evil. Electric, isn't it illegal? Something like playing bass with a pick. I got asked for it, man. People were asking about telly stuff, so we're playing a little telly. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Name that song. If you guys can name that song, then telly is not illegal. Yeah, this is a good article to get your head in the door, if you've your foot in your door, rather, whatever, in the door. If you've never done some of this before, I should probably go back and look at this article. It's been a while. I wrote that like 2 years ago. Anyway, we spent a good amount of time hanging out playing telly. What else you guys got? You guys got any questions about anything else? Like if you want, to arrange something, if you got a song you want to break for or something, we could do that. It's a Dwight Yoakam song, right? Yeah, man. It is indeed. Gross. I like that. Gross. All right, let's hang it up. I'm glad I wore my Brooks and Dunn t-shirt today so we could talk about telly. What a what a surprising turn that took. Hey, Jeff knows it. It's Guitars and Cadillacs. That's right. Cool. Tony Rice's Break from Age. That's a good suggestion. Would you ever work out Jake Workman's Red-Haired Boy? Jake Workman's Red-Haired Boy. I'm not sure I specifically heard that one. Is that one he posted on Instagram or something? We'd have to check that out. Do we have any beginners watching right now? Are there any beginners in the audience? I'm always just curious because every once in a while I get comments about making beginner content, and I always wonder how many of you are actually beginners that are watching me. So if you are a beginner, don't be afraid. Let me know, and it helps so I can make more of that content. Because there tends to be kind of a vocal minority that wants really difficult breaks, and that's fine. I'm happy to do those if that's everyone. But sometimes I don't know. I feel like sometimes the beginners are a little bit quiet. If I could play some gent metal for us, I mean, I'd have to set down the telly and pick up a real gent guitar. You know, something like this. uh, Days of Break by Brian Sutton in a Beaumont Black Mountain Rag medley he did with Billy Strings that I've been too lazy, intimidated to take on. Really? Is that at the, maybe that's at the Station Inn or something? Mason's completely new to Bluegrass. Hey, Mason, we're glad to have you here. You caught a live stream. What's up, Theo? Meet me at the Creek Break. Sounds pretty easy to do. Have you done that one yet? I haven't done that one yet. That's actually kind of a good suggestion. The album version of Meet Me at the Creek, I assume, is what you're asking for. It's so weird what catches my attention. But Dom, send me a timestamp for the Brian Sutton break, and we'll take a look at that one too. Album version, Meet Me at the Creek. Let's check that out. Thought for a second we were slowed down. Do the 15-minute version. I'm not doing the 15-minute version. I see you guys. Is that the George Benson model you were holding? No, man. It's like it's like a mid-range Ibanez. It's nothing. It's not a signature model. That would be a good gent guitar, though. All right.
Muddy water, take my pain away.
All right, let's listen to this. Oh, come on, I thought this was the guitar break.
People go.
I guess not. Okay, I'm searching through a 9-minute song for a guitar break. I'm not sure I'm going to find it. If you want to send me a timestamp, I will check it out. The other one was 49 minutes into the Brian Sutton, Billy Strings, Station Inn. Cool. Let's see. Where's the long video? We're getting there, gang. We're getting there.
I got a golden retriever.
I mean, that was a really cool break. I don't think that's what you're asking about, though.
At night. He's my guardian. And we're riding out the winter one night at a time.
Hey, Justin, we don't know what we're working on yet. This is the one we're talking about. Yeah? I feel like this is getting into it. 50-50 is the exact one. Okay, let's go there. Cool. That's pretty cool. I like Billy's little intro there. That was pretty interesting. Let's go back to Meet Me at the Creek. Someone's got me a timestamp now. 4:18 is the break. Okay. I see your suggestion for Meet Me at the Greek too. Don't think I don't see that, Theo. 4:18. It's loud. Cool. Getting pretty crazy. Let's back up. Actually, let's see how that wraps up. All right, I'll tell you right now that some of that distorted stuff is kind of just like noise on purpose. So some of that would be hard to transcribe. So if we did this one, I would probably cut it to when he starts doing the droney thing on the high E string with the open E string too. Here, I'll find that moment. Yeah, we'd probably do it right there. So stopping at about 5 minutes, I think is about the point that he keeps playing that drone thing over and over again, and then it gets really hard to hear. He's playing some octaves up and down, making noise. I'm not sure I could write that down. But cool. I think this would be fun. Does anyone have any strong objections to this? I think this would be a fun one. Because I'm not sure we've done anything quite like this. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Unless I hear a loud outpouring against it, this is hereby what we choose to transcribe. Cool. Cool. I try to say cool like Simba does in the Lion King Sega Genesis game from like 1995. Whenever he picks up these certain kinds of bugs, he goes, cool. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Who doesn't know that Sega Genesis game? Am I right? Lion King. You know what's up. Cool. Kind of a weird slide right there. What is that little slide? Let's get our first phrase right. Is there a capo situation going on? Yeah, interesting. Oh, we got some other things. No objections, Your Honor. I'm okay with it, but I'm getting a bit tired of Billy. I hear you, Jim. I hear you, Jim. The Billy stuff, sometimes we see some repeated licks and stuff. Sometimes it's not, the most different stuff from here to here. So I hear you on that. Don't think I don't hear it. Grimp, which is an amazing username, says, I think we've done enough Billy Strings for a lifetime. I hear you, man. Although we've done about twice as much Tony Rice. So there's that. Cool. Yeah, I feel like I've already, despite having listened to it a handful of times right there, I feel like that provided more questions than it did answers, even though it's such a simple phrase there at the top. No more paper logs. Do I know what that is? I'm not sure I know what that is. Not enough rice, really, yeah. Go back to work, Chris. Clarence White. So good suggestions, man. It's good suggestions. Where were you guys a second ago when we picked the song? There we go. Is it useful to find some banjo solos and transcribe them for the Gitbox? Yeah, for sure, man. One of my favorite ones that I ever did was the Foggy Mountain Special. That's a great one to transcribe. That's a great banjo break that's kind of athletic up the neck that you might check out. Hey Joe, don't worry, I wasn't trying to be mean to you. Joe, I would never be mean to you. Oh God. Okay, I've lost my spot. Cool. I think there should be a rest here. Not sure that's what I intended. Oh, I know it just went wrong. I need to do it like this. Quarter, half. Now I can do my bar arranger. There we go. Is that Kevin Fazio's break? Charlie, are you? How do you know about Kevin Fazio? Yeah, Kevin Fazio is an excellent banjo player that I used to play a lot of gigs with. And we used to do a joke. The reason why Charlie says that is sort of at the very end of that tune, we would both play the break at the same time. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but we had kind of worked it out where we would play different options over each other. So while Kevin was playing, I would be playing the... Oh, my guitar's fretting out at the 15th fret. Well, I never go up there. But anyway, we would overlap these different parts and we would play the break at the same time. So yeah, some of that is Kevin's break. I actually remember when I learned that was when around the time I just started lessons with Marcel, and someone sent an email and was like, hey, do you have a tab for that? And I was actually kind of on vacation, and I was like, no, but I'll write you one right now. So I stopped my whole vacation to just write this guy a tab for free. And man, I wish the business could still be like that. I mean, stop everything, just make you some free stuff because I love bluegrass. This isn't right. I guess I've been a little distracted, but this isn't right. Let me try to figure out what this actually is. Okay. So this isn't a third thing. This is more like a flat 5 thing. This is the minor to major third. And that's more like a root to 7. Ah, my whole world just flipped upside down. Yeah, that's what's actually going on. Yeah. Whoopsie doodle. Did you get some pineapple cake yesterday? Trey, you guys are freaking me out. You know too much about my life. No, I did not. I did not get the pineapple cake. I actually just got some fried chicken and I left. But that is a very good question. She said the cake was delicious, but I refused her. So I just got the fried chicken. Hi, Marcel. I've just finished transcribing Tony Rice's Mar East first break and found you. What a nice coincidence. Whoa, really? You wrote down Mar East? You know, people have been asking me for that one. All right, let's get serious. Let's turn this into a business negotiation. All right, there. People have been asking me for that break, and I would love a copy of that. I would adore a copy of that. If you could email me that, and maybe I'd happily pay you for your work, give you a T-shirt, or do something. Anything that would make it kind of worth your while, because you'd be saving me time to have to sit down and write it out. And there's been a handful of people that really want me to make a video on that one, and I just haven't had the time to write it. So I will put in an email address right here. Get in touch if you want free stuff. Also, this is a lesson for the rest of you. If you transcribe something, get free stuff from Marcel. Okay. Let's keep going. Oh man, we went so slow because I wasn't trusting my ears, and now listening to it, it's just like, oh, it's grating. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, right. Don't say you'll do it for free. Don't say you do it for free. Yeah, you'll do it for a shirt. There you go. There we go. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. You've transcribed Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Well, here's the question. So when you transcribe Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, there's a little bit of confusion that happens. Some people write it like this, and other people write it, I think, like this. This note. This note is like one of these two. Let's have a quick poll about your Twinkle Twinkle Little Star situation. That's the open G string. I just played the open G string, the last phrase. But some people hear it as like as the third going up to the fifth, like this. Now, which one is correct? You'd have to tell me which one you transcribed if I'm going to consider giving you a t-shirt. Because I don't want, you know, kind of a bad version of the melody. I want the true melody. Thanks for confirming the shirts are nice, Theo. I'll take a look at that hot cross buns tab. Okay. Justin says the second one. That's not Twinkle Twinkle. You're right. I just totally misspoke. That was Mary Had a Little Lamb. All right. Okay. Twinkle Twinkle. I believe it's this. There we go. Oh, Mason, you just hopping on the bandwagon, making fun of me because I said the wrong song title. Yeah, hop on that bandwagon. It is pretty funny. It is pretty funny that I got this wrong. Bruh, I was literally just listening to this song. You were just listening to Mary Had a Little Lamb? The version of Mary Had a Little Lamb I have is the one that's performed by my 5-year-old niece. It's a bit jazzier and more hip than any of those. You dig? It's got a couple of neat outside notes. Truly innovative. Oh man, I'm ready to hear that. I'm here for that, man. Let's just let's fill in what some of that potential harmony could look like. So this would be like a G6-9 chord. This could be like a G13. I just want to know hypothetically what that harmony sounds like. That actually worked out pretty well, even though some of that is BS. Yeah. All right, we went all the way there, gang. We did it. Uh, no, with the tritone subs, don't tempt me. Sounds like a slide. You know? Like that really sounds like a slide to me. I wonder what shape he's playing it out of. Or where he's capoed, rather. Because no one has corrected me yet, but I wonder if there's a live version where I can see his capo position, because I bet it would clue me into how this works. If he doesn't have a capo on, all the better, but let's take a peek real quick. Capo second fret, D shapes? Yeah, capo second fret, D shapes. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So that's what's going down. Let me put my capo on. So I bet that first note I heard was this. There we go. Kind of a slow start on this one, although we've been goofing off. We've been goofing off a lot today. We played a bunch of telly. Yeah. Mason says this changes everything so much easier. Yeah, it's like in a shape that makes sense. Totally. I don't know how many times he went off the beat. I think that's the phrase. I was 4 times already. Let's make sure we're getting the form correct. So the break starts here. Our key signature should be different now. I was just razzing one of my transcribers about this, about the incorrect key signature. There we go. Trying to get my buddy into bass playing. Yeah, man, that's what it's about. It's about coercing your friends into playing with you. I'm just kidding. No, that's a good idea. One of the first bands that I was ever in, first bluegrass bands, there was a gal who I'd been singing with for years. We probably met each other when we were like freshmen or sophomores in high school. And she had just been singing along with me for a long time in different situations. And when I started a bluegrass band, I was like, hey, you should join. We sing great harmony together. You should sing with me. And she ended up playing bass for that band, even though she had no experience playing bass. And it was a great little group. Will the tab be on your website at some point after the stream? Yeah, it is, man. Sometimes it takes a week or two for me to get it all the way up. The good news is that the streams are also up afterwards. They all go into a playlist called Full Past Live Streams. So if you go to my channel and you go to my playlists, you'll be able to find this live stream and check back on it until the tab goes up on the website. I also offer this option to anyone. If you want the sort of incomplete, like rough version of the tab from after the live stream, you can email me, help@lessonswithmarcel, and I will send you the rough cut. So yeah, there you go. Specifically, it's about coercing your friends to play bass for you. That's right. It's a bass issue. It's not another instrument. Oh, God. That was a lot, but I think I heard something like that for that next measure. Maybe it was that. Let's slow it down. Oh, no. Two beats, brown, boo boo doo doo da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there we go. So now we're taking it up, da da doo da. Back down, ba da da bum, da da doo doo, da 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 bum. Sounded like we went up and this was tied over, maybe for a quarter note. Yeah, so nothing happens on that, and then some other stuff starts going down. Pete, gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, Pete. It's fun to have everyone here. Yeah, both of these notes are incorrect. It's something else. Yeah, is it just the open B string? Maybe more like that. Yeah, cool. That's how it is. Skipped a note when I wrote it down. Yeah, it sounds like this. 2/8 notes though. Let's get that all on one page. Cool. Jameson says, hope to start a band like the Tony Rice Unit. Since I'm 12, I'm trying to get my friends into it. Yeah, man. That's a great move. It can be really tough to to find the right friends to convince to be in a band. But if you set your expectations right, you can have a lot of fun doing that. So think about that. Think about what your friends are interested in. Obviously, you're not going to completely convert their interests. Maybe you will, but a lot of times when you talk your friends into having a band with you, there is a little bit of conflict of interest. And as you're in more and more bands, you see how that works out and what that means. But yeah, man, as long as you got good expectations, the whole thing works out. It's interesting though, man. It's kind of it's a group project, if you will. Everyone gets to come in with their own interests and their own skill set and what they want to do, their expectations of the band, and you gotta sort of compromise on all of those issues so everyone can be happy when you have a group together. Sometimes you wish it could be just as simple as getting together and playing music, but it doesn't always work out that way. At least when I was your age and I was starting bands, it didn't work out that way. Okay, let's keep going. Bum, bum, bum. Sounds like this lasts for 2 beats. Quarter notes right here. Bum, bum. I was 19 in my first bluegrass band, and all the other members were in their 40s. It was definitely a learning experience. Yeah, totally. My first band that I tried to put together was definitely kind of a middle school age band. And I was trying to get my friends interested in different instruments. And we had a couple rehearsals. We hung out a little bit, but it ended up not being the right group of people. And what I ended up learning how to do was multi-track, which was relatively you know, it's kind of a different time period. You know, technology has changed so much. But we happen to have a little, one of the first little, you know, like pocket recorders, like field recorders that had a little, you know, card reader in it. So it's like a 4-track recorder, but updated for the modern era of the time. But you could record, you know, a couple tracks, you bounce it down to track 1, you can record more things on top of it, bounce it down, etc. My brother bought it thinking that he was going to go record live shows and do whatever. And he ended up not doing that. So I ended up using it, and, you know, I would play the drums or the bass or the guitar or whatever, and I would multi-track everything together. So I figured out how that worked. And if anything, that just made me even more angry when I joined other bands, because I was so used to the multi-track kind of recording studio environment where I could just control everything that went into things. Whereas when you're playing with other people, you don't really have that control. You can't say, no, this is how you do that, because everyone's got their own opinion, yada, yada, yada. But I feel you on that, man. It is funny when you're the younger person. I had a couple experiences like that where I was coming into bands and like I was just not quite at that level of understanding, or I didn't know as many tunes and all that. Next band name, Hot Garbage. Mason says, love that ring you're wearing, by the way, Marcel. Thanks, man. This is my grandfather's ring. It's like his Elvis ring. So you like, this is the man way to show your ring, right? You can't go like, oh yeah, check out my ring. You got to be like, this is my, yeah, it's my grandfather's ring. It's got a bunch of diamonds in it. When he passed away, someone had to take it, and it ended up becoming mine. So yeah, carry my grandpa around. So let's keep going, yeah? I'm losing my spot. My mind is drifting. Here we go. Seems like he actually like hits some stuff up here. I'm not sure he intends to or whatever, but some stuff happens there. Sounded like there was one more before the pattern broke. Have I ever thought about the large sound hole? You know, the large sound hole is a really cool like Tony rumor, but I'm not sure it makes that much of a difference, man, in real life. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know about that. I mean, maybe it's some of the secret juju and I'm just refusing to admit it, but I don't know. That was weird. He's got like 2 just weird notes in there. Yeah, weird. Boo da da doo da doo. Sounded like that again. Interesting. Have I ever tapped out Doc's Sheeps in the Meadow? No, but I bet you're thinking about the Salt Creek Sheeps in the Meadow thing. Isn't that a Billy Strings thing he did on that one album? Yeah, no problem doing this break. It's got a lot of cool like little repeaters in it. That would be cool for different situations. That's what I'm hearing. I was like, why doesn't that sound right? Yeah, there you go. Do-da-da-ba-da-bum. In the future, could I do some Josh Williams stuff? Yeah, sure, man. If you email me, I got a Josh Williams Reborn Man I can send you to get started. It's a cool break. Yeah, Gage, you're thinking about the Salty Sheep. Yeah, that's right. No, I haven't written that out yet, but I know what you're talking about. I want to get these details. I want to get this detail right. These little patterns are really tough if you let your brain take over, because he's starting a pattern here. Right, there's a pattern in there that can continue now. Like it could become some kind of longer pattern. I just played a bunch of different patterns. None of those are right. But the point is you want to like follow that, and it's broken, right? He doesn't perfectly play the pattern because he's not trying to play the pattern. He's trying to play music. So you want to like, fall into step, but that's not what's happening in the recording. This note doesn't exist. Bum, bum, bum. Save your work, folks. Belly strings, meet me at the creek. I think this is the first time that I've saved my work before I finish the tab. It's already very late into the process, but I did just save my work. Cool. Da-da-ba-da. Oh, that's cool. Pull off, pick both notes, minor to major third. Root. Almost the same thing. Almost the exact same thing. I'm gonna write the exact same thing down here, and then we can just edit it into what it is. I actually think I heard that up here too. There's like a missed note here, so I'm going to leave it this way. Sounds like he picks it both times. Yeah. He's doing a new repeater like this. I think he did it twice already. Cool. Guitar Pro crashes so often for you that you frequently save like every time you do anything. Man, I feel that way about Premiere Pro when I'm editing videos. It's like, oh, did I change something? Save it before it crashes. Jameson, I have seen that video of Cherokee Shuffle. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's funny listening to those guys when they're younger playing Cherokee Shuffle because all of them went on to be like really, really interesting players. But right there, when they're younger, you can still see some of the cracks. You can still see them kind of figuring it out, which is really interesting. I don't know if you can perceive some of that yet, but you should look at that when you listen to it. Listen to Josh Williams playing later and listening to him in that video. You can it's like a little bit different. It's like they haven't fully figured it out. It's a cool video. What did I get? I got 2 more times on that, I think. Yeah, let's do that again. Cool. Picks a different note while he continues going. Do da da, boo da da. I think I heard 3 more times. No, it must have been 2 more because he just did the minor to major third. Must have been that. I heard some minor pentatonic-y stuff leading up. Don't know what it was. Da da dum da dum. Yeah, it sounds like this is almost a quarter note triplet. And then he's ending on some stuff. You know, I don't know what all of that is. And this is where I said that things got crazy, right? This is as much as I said I'd do. Let's listen. Yeah, it's where he gets into the strumming nonsense, and there's a lot of he keeps doing that over and over again. In just a second, right? It's the octave, but yeah, same idea. I'm not gonna bother. So cool. I think that is more than sufficient to like get the idea of what the sort of the beginning meat of this break is. Because after that, it seems like real drone-y stuff. I'm going to write in some pick strokes while we start saying goodbye for the evening. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you all had a good time. If you have anything else you want to get off your chest, let me know now. We can talk while I put in these pick strokes. Yeah, he starts doing a bunch of effects. It's just not worth trying to write down. I mean, maybe it is worth it for some people, but to me, whatever I write down, I just know will probably be at least a little bit wrong. So it's not worth it for me personally. Howdy, what's up, man? We're saying goodbye. We've reached the end, but I'm glad you're showing up. Yeah, who suggested this one again? If you suggested this one, thank you for your suggestion. Can I talk a little bit about my guitar? Yeah, I can talk about my guitar. I'll show it to you in a second when I finish these pick strokes. But yeah, my guitar is, I believe it's 1967. It's a D35. It was a friend's grandfather's, and grandfather opened for a handful of country stars with it. So back in the day in the Asheville area here in North Carolina, he opened for people like George Jones with that guitar. And no one was playing it, and it came into the possession of his grandson, who happens to be a good friend of mine. And basically through loan, being like, hey, I love that guitar. I want to play it all the time. It has become kind of mine. I mean, I wouldn't really call it mine, but it's become the guitar that I play all the time. And yeah, this is it. I feel like every time I talk about this guitar, I end up banging it on something, so let's be careful. But yes, it is a D35, so 3-panel back. You can hear the rattlesnake tail inside. If you don't have a rattlesnake tail on your guitar, what are you doing? It's bluegrass black magic. Yeah, but that's the guitar. Super cool. It's got some brass bridge pins in it to sort of brighten up the boomy D35 sound. But that's what's going on. How often do I stream? I stream every Tuesday. I'm supposed to start at around noon. Today I started around noon 30, but that's Eastern time. So noon Eastern time is normally around when I start. And I normally go for an hour, but I've actually gone for maybe an hour and a half or more today. So it kind of depends on the stream. In the future, could I do Welcome to China, Cody Kilby? I don't know that tune, but yeah, if you show up for the next live stream, you suggest it, we'll take a look at it. We'll see if we want to do it. Will I put this tab on the shop? Like I said, if you want this tab like right away, just email me, man, and I'll give it to you. But I will put it in the shop. It normally takes me a little bit because I listen to the song again and I clean it up and I make sure that it's, that it looks good, that doesn't have any mistakes in it. This is kind of the rough version that we do on stream because I'm doing it live, I don't have a chance to go over it and make it as perfect as I want. But yeah, dude, just email me and I'll get you a copy. Cool. But this is cool. Justin says, what's the tail for? The tail? Oh, the rattlesnake tail in the guitar? Yeah, it depends who you talk to. So so some people, they used to put rattlesnake tails in fiddles. So some people would say that it would like scare off spiders. Some people would say that it would collect all the cobwebs. Some people would say that if you played too loudly or too harshly, you'd hear the rattlesnake rattle, and then you wouldn't, you wouldn't play harshly. You wouldn't play your instrument in an ugly way. So there's kind of these different folk tales surrounding the rattlesnake tail, but I don't know which one is the most true. All of them just use them. And eventually guitar players and mandolin players and other people started putting them in their instruments. Bill Monroe famously put a rattlesnake tail in his mandolin because his Uncle Penn used to keep a rattlesnake tail in his fiddle. Tony Rice followed suit. He put rattlesnake tails in his guitar. But yeah, so I was reading about all of that, and I thought it was very interesting that everyone had rattlesnake tails in their guitar or their fiddle or mandolin or whatever. And I was telling that story to my family, and I think I was talking to my grandma, who's from Mexico, and she was saying that in Mexico, all of the good guitar players put rattlesnake tails in their guitars. So I was like, oh, there's like a bluegrass connection, and there's like a cultural connection for me, for where my family's from. So yeah, I had to get a rattlesnake tail and put it in my guitar. I assume one of the urban legends is that it makes you play faster too, but I might just be making that up. Mike says, yo man, I got into bluegrass only recently. Just been smashing through all your videos. Really appreciate all the resources and breakdowns, pipe with the breaks. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm really glad that you like everything. I appreciate it, man. Do I ever do mandolin transcriptions? I think I might need to be a better mandolin player. This is kind of like when we were playing the Telecaster earlier in the stream. I'm not sure I know what I'm doing enough. Yeah, Justin, get you a rattlesnake tail. Yeah, I would love to do mandolin transcriptions on stream, but like I said, I don't think I know what I'm doing quite well enough to do that yet. I'm a pretty amateur mandolin player. I mean, I have one handy, but that doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. What can I play for you? That's about the extent of my mandolin playing. Who you should check out if you haven't yet is David Benedict, who is an awesome mandolin YouTuber. We happen to be buddies now. But check out his stuff because he does do live streams. I think he does what he calls Mandolin Mondays. And Mandolin Mondays, he goes over like news. He does like some technique practice. He gives like a little lesson. I think he does some transcribing. I haven't caught one in a couple of weeks, but they're really cool. And that would probably help you more than my live stream. I just pour olive oil over my strings to feel connected to my culture. Oh, man. I love that comment is just like perfect enough, and your username, like people don't know who you are. Like it could be real. Maybe it is real and I don't know. I hope it is, because that means that it is real and it sounds absurd and I just can't tell. Anyway, y'all, this might be it. Like I said, those tabs will be up on the website soon. If you want them in their rough state, just email me. Eli, yeah, I'll check out that Freeborn Man. Will Jones. I have never heard that, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out right now, man. All right, gang. I'll see you all next time. Remember, Tuesdays at noon Eastern time, we do these live streams. We pick whatever we want to transcribe. I'll see you for the next one. Y'all have a good day.
midnight train spilled her blood at the crossroads when the bells didn't ring. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. My love was married to him, that bootlegging man. He loved whiskey and he loved her. She was bound to leave him, Lord, she was for Birmingham. We were lovers and the town knew it well. We thought no one would tell. The night she was leaving, he heard about me. She died because they told him. He silenced the bells. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. I hear them bells at the crossroads where the beggar boy is buried in the valley, where the same train took the life of that old beggar boy